And there you go. The Flying Salesman messed it up on a video talking about radio communications. Hello, fellow aviators. My name's Matt Farrell, and I'm the Flying Salesman. Welcome back to the cockpit of the 210. We're headed home after a fantastic trip to Wichita. Got to partake of one of the greatest $100 hamburgers in the business at Stearman Bar and Grill there at Benton, Kansas, at Stearman Field. It's a fantastic place. It's a fantastic backdrop. I really want to give them a shout out and say thank you for subscribing to the Flying Salesman YouTube channel. That's fantastic. Had a lot of fun with the staff in there, chatting with them and talking it up. And really just a great aviation themed place. A buddy of mine's got a house there right on the runway, and got to see his place and check it all out. And just a really cool place. If you're into the pilot lifestyle and you love all things aviation, that is a stop to see if you're ever going through the middle part of the United States, going through Kansas. Stop in at Stearman Field and get one of their cheeseburgers. It really is great. And McKinney Tower Centurion 604 November's holding short of 36 at Bravo 5, ready to go when you are.
Centurion 6048 November, McKinney Tower, roger, thank you.
Pretty busy today here at McKinney.
357 Whiskey, you're following the Skyhawk coming up off your right side of the downwind.
Been a little cool.
All right, I have that.
Imagine everybody's out enjoying the beautiful weather, flying. It's warmed up a little bit. Got some more cold weather coming in a couple of days. So looks like a lot of people are taking advantage of it. The main thing to remember when you get into busy areas like this, take a deep breath and slow things down. They may rush me out here, line me up, get me out ahead of these airplanes, but be ready for that. I'm sitting on go, I'm ready to go. He's going to touch and go, or he's going to land, or he may not. I don't see anybody on final. So kind of be looking, be aware of what's going on, and be listening for this radio call and see if it happens.
Centurion 48 November, fly runway heading for now. Runway 36 at Bravo 5, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 36 at Bravo 5, fly runway heading for 48 November.
Cessna 0 Lima Alpha, you can start the base, runway 36, clear touch and go.
This is one of the few times I'm not going to do the full stop.
Stay with the Cessna, head starting their base, runway 36, clear.
They've got enough going on. They don't need me sitting in the middle of the runway, so we're going to ease that power in real slow. Line it up on the runway there.
Cherokee 49er Whiskey, runway.
Red line, red line. And rotate. Gears coming up. And we're accelerating. 500 feet, flaps coming up. And we're going to fly that runway heading. Use the traffic on the iPad.
Centurion 48 November, you can proceed on course. I do have a Skyhawk at pattern altitude just east of the airport doing 360s.
48 November is clear on course, and I'll be looking for the Skyhawk. And power's coming back. 30 inches of manifold pressure, 2,500 RPM.
Centurion 48 November, you've got the altitude on that traffic I've got over here on the east side. There'll be no factor. Contact Lone Star 124.3. Y'all have a good day.
All right, 48 November's going to Lone Star. Y'all have a great day as well. Thanks. Direct 2, enter, enter.
November 3 Golf Mike, traffic 1 o'clock, 2 miles westbound to Piper at 2,500. Please got him on CCAS, Washington Farm 3 Eagle Mike. November 7 Kilo Charlie, turn right heading 160, climb and maintain 5,000. 160 and 5,000, 7 Kilo Charlie. November 0 Golf Yankee, traffic no factor, descend to maintain 5,000. Descend to maintain 5,000, 0 Golf Yankee. 88 Juliet, traffic no factor. 88 Juliet, right. And 3107, descend to maintain 6,000. Descend to maintain 6,000, and flight 3107. November 6048, November, Lone Star departure, radar contact, leaving 2,300.
4 November, roger. They called it for me.
November 48, November, traffic 1 o'clock, 5 miles, maneuvering, altitude indicates 3,600. What altitude are you climbing to?
48 November's looking for the traffic climbing to 7,500.
Roger.
Maybe 7,580, pops at 4,500.
November 758.
This is the traffic they're referring to.
At 3,500.
Okay, we're out of 45 for 3580.
They're headed southbound now. I got them in sight. Traffic in sight for 48 November.
November 48, November, roger. November 48, November, additional traffic is 12 o'clock and 3 miles northbound, indicating 4,400. Type down.
48 November's looking for the traffic. In sight for 48 November.
Thank you.
Also have the traffic at 1 o'clock, 4 or 5 miles.
Thank you, sir. 48 November, that's all I see. Contact center 132.02. Good day.
3202, appreciate the help. Goodbye. 200, climbing 7,500 VFR. I have traffic at my 12 to 1 o'clock.
6048 November 4 Center, Roger, thank you. Majors altimeter is 3038.
3038 for 48 November.
And number 6048 November, additional VFR traffic. Currently it's 2 to 3 o'clock and about 4 miles eastbound, Cessna 206, 5,500.
48 November's looking for the traffic.
Fort Worth afternoon, Southwest 2146, 11.4, climbing 17,000.
So 2146, 4 Center, call maintain, follow 230.
Up to 230, Southwest 2146.
48 November, contact Longview approach, 128.75.
128.75 for 48 November. Longview approach, Centurion 6048 November's level 7,500 VFR.
Centurion 6048 November, Longview approach, East Texas altimeter 3036.
3036 for November. I know radio communications for all of us can be a struggle from time to time. I've got over 2,000 hours of flight time, and if you listen enough to my videos, you're going to hear me get tongue-tied, you're going to hear me say the wrong thing. It happens. And that's the one thing I want each and every one of you to remember, is as you're going through your flight training and you're learning these procedures, there's certain terminology that goes along with those procedures.
130.
And part of being a good student and being a better pilot is connecting those dots between the procedures and the terminology. And that works in the cockpit between you and your instructor at the same time. If you're using the correct terminology with your instructor, you're both on the same page about what's going on in the airplane. As it relates to air traffic control,
Delta Romeo, 6 miles from Day 8, turn left heading 070.
one of the things that's going to help you, you've heard me talk about it a number of times, is what's next.
Turn left 070.
Be thinking about what's next in the phase of flight. I'm with Longview approach, and if everything goes according to plan,
ILS approach, runway 4.
in about, I don't know, 15 minutes, they're going to be handing me off to Shreveport approach. So that's what I'm listening for, and that's what I'm expecting.
Romeo, contact Shreveport approach, 119.9er.
Things can change, and we have to be ready for the unexpected. But if you don't have bias, don't have confirmation bias, but have it in your head, listen for that tail number, 48 November, contact Shreveport approach, 119.9, or 48 November, traffic ahead. Just understand that the more you fly, the more you're going to be used to that terminology and a better understanding you're going to have of what to expect next. More importantly, I don't want you to get flustered. I don't want you to get frustrated, because if you're a student pilot and you're struggling with your radio communications, all of us have been there. Every pilot that you will ever meet has started with 0 hours, just like you. If you're like me, I struggled to taxi straight on the center line going down the taxiway. That's what it's like when you're first starting out, learning to steer an airplane with your feet. We've all been there, and we're all here to help you get better.
View, Piper 306 Yankee Sierra, 1,000, climbing 3,000, runway heading.
To that end,
306 Yankee Sierra, Longview departure, radar contact. Proceed on course, maintain 7,000.
On course 7,000, Yankee Sierra.
to that end, if you're not taking advantage of the pilot community and the pilot lifestyle, hanging out at airports, hanging out at your FBO, find you a group of pilots. The older they are, the saltier they are, and the more you're going to learn. They're great to hang out with. They give you some of the best advice. They've got the most experience, and they can really give you some nuggets. You're going to learn along the way that you're going to, hopefully you listen to everyone and you'll implement the good nuggets that you find along the way. Most pilots like to talk, and they're going to give you a lot of advice, but pick and choose, find what works for you in your sequence and the way you fly an airplane, and use that as a resource. For us, Sun and Fun is right around the corner. I'm going to be down there, and that's one of the great things that I love about my job and going to Sun and Fun in Oshkosh is I get to talk to so many pilots. I get to learn about what they're flying. We compare notes on how we operate our aircraft, and we really enjoy learning about that and helping each other be better pilots, be more mechanically inclined, and have a better understanding of how to operate these airplanes. So get out there, meet more people, meet more operators, meet more pilots, and take advantage of the pilot community. You guys heard me mention $100 hamburgers. Take advantage of those opportunities. Fly to these restaurants that are on the field field that other pilots are at and chat them up. We all enjoy talking about our airplanes and just, you know, sit down, have an iced tea, have a cheeseburger, talk to these guys and gals, and see what they're about, see what they're flying. And y'all compare notes, see where you are in your flight training, see where they are in their flight training. I guarantee you, the more you're in the community and the more pilots you engage with, the better pilot you're going to become.
Remember 889 to Victor Lobby approach. Or 12 Mike, Roger, maintain 900,000.
Another thing that you can do, a little tip I'll give you.
You at 7,000, that's the only reason I gave it to you.
You on your phone or got your computer running, go to live ATC. Listen to those exchanges between air traffic control and other aircraft on live ATC, and that'll help you understand the rhythm and pick out a particular tail number. For those of you guys that want to be professional pilots, one of the things you're going to have to pick up on is your tail number, and that tail number is going to change every flight.
Number 306 Yankee Sierra, contact forward center 126.
I'm spoiled. I've been flying the same tail number for almost 18 years. So if I get in another airplane, I really have to pay attention because I'm used to hearing 6048 November. But if you're going to be a professional pilot, you're going to have to learn how to pick out your flight number or that new tail number on every flight you take. So you might as well start listening to different tail numbers. Pick one out on the live ATC and stick with it and see if you can pick it up when they come back to it to issue the next clearance or the next instruction.
Contact Shreveport approach 119 or 0.9, good day.
Longview approach 48 November is leaving 7,500 for my VFR descent.
48 November, roger.
Go ahead and get that ASOP.
Minus 01 Celsius. Altimeter 3037. Remarks. Density altitude minus 100. Shreveport Downtown Airport, Shreveport, Louisiana. Automated weather observation 2221 Zulu. Wind 010 at 05. Visibility 10. Sky condition clear. Temperature 16 Celsius. Dew point minus 01 Celsius. Altimeter 3037. Remark.
119.9 for 6048 November.
48 November, that was not for you.
Oops. There we go.
48 November, you still with me?
Still with you, 48 November. Sorry about that. And there you go. The flying salesman messed it up on a video talking about radio communications. Nobody's perfect. You're not going to get it right 100% of the time. Give yourself some grace. Always try to be better. That's the name of the game.
November 6048 November, contact Shreveport approach 119 or 0.9.
Contact Shreveport approach 119.9, 48 November.
Return right heading 020 vector RNAV 32 approach downtown airport.
Turn right heading 020 8 Sierra Romeo for the RNAV 32 approach.
Cessna 86 Romeo Papa, sorry about that, you got stepped on, sir.
Papa's off of downtown 1000.
Shreveport approach 6048 November 5,000 descending for downtown with the numbers.
Or with the 12632 Charlie Echo, thanks for help here.
November 6048 November, if you hear this transmission ident. November 48 November, ident observed. I'm not hearing any transmissions from you, sir. Downtown's landing runway 32, wind calm, altimeter 3037.
Downtown's landing 32, how's this transmitter now?
November 48 November, I got you 5x5.
48 November, I think we stepped on somebody. We'll expect 32 at downtown, 48 November.
48 November, stay altitude.
4,800 descending.
November 80 Romeo, turn right heading 140.
Turn right heading 140 8 Sierra Romeo.
November 48 November, maintain VFR at or above 2,500.
VFR at or above 2,500, 48 November. A little busy out there today.
November 59er uniform, current wind is 360 at 6. If you'd like, you could continue inbound for 32. Runway 6 is also available.
52 uniform, let's just continue for runway 32, sir.
Roger, we'll show it. Centurion 48 November, delete altitude restriction, flighting 090. I'm going to keep you off the 14 departure corridor. That way you can keep your descent coming down.
All right, 090 on the heading, delete altitude restrictions for 48 November.
November 8 Sierra Romeo, turn right heading 160 vector to widen you out.
Turn right right heading 160, 8 Sierra Romeo.
Centurion 48 November, resume on navigation downtown airport.
Resume on now to the airport. 48 November has downtown in sight.
48 November, contact downtown tower 120.22, great day.
48 November's going to tower. You have a great day as well.
Downtown tower, Centurion 6040 November's 12 to the west, inbound for landing.
Centurion 6048 November, downtown tower, enter left downwind for runway 32.
Enter left downwind 32, 48 November. Now it's a VFR day. Got a nice stable descent going. I am doing 160 knots indicated. I've got that descent going. I still got some power in. 7 nautical miles away from the airport. I do not have any traffic between me and the airport. I'm starting to ease that power back because I know I got to start slowing it down. But I feel like I'm ahead of the airplane. I know what's going on. I'm on my dog leg for my downwind entry. About 500 feet above traffic pattern altitude right now. 6 nautical miles away from the airport. My goal is to arrive at my traffic pattern altitude just shy of the the downwind leg. I'll start slowing it down for flaps and landing gear. Down to 156 knots. Got 23 inches of manifold pressure. 4 nautical miles from the airport. 100 feet to go. Slow in that descent. I got my right hand down on the trim wheel. You guys really can't see it on camera, but I'm just easing that trim up, arresting this descent. As I start to level off at traffic pattern altitude, that airspeed will start to decay. I'm already down to 145, 144, 143. Another little notch of trim up. That's about my downwind where I want to be. Making that right turn to heading a 140.
Number 48 November, you're going to be number 1 inside Cirrus, about 10 mile final, runway 32, clear land.
604 November's clear to land 32, number 1. Now, we do have another airplane coming in on final.
Tower Cirrus 180 Romeo RNAV 32.
We're going to do our best to get down and out of his way. All right, we're down below gear extension speed, well below flap extension, so I'm going to get 10 degrees of flaps. Put a little nose down trim, that's going to slow us down. We're down below 130 now. Midfield,
1980 Romeo,
gears coming down.
Inbound for runway 32.
Continue inbound 3280.
All right, got a wheel, got a green, so we can do our gumps check. Gas is on the fuller tank, undercarriage. Mixture is set. Props set. They're not full forward just yet. We'll do that in a second. Seat belt, shoulder harnesses, cow flaps closed. Ease that power out. Looking for that 45-degree mark off the end of the runway. You look over your left shoulder. You draw a 45-degree line across the corner of the runway. When you intersect that line, that's about the time you turn base. I'm below 100.
November, if you're not, go ahead and start that base turn.
Starting it now, 48 November.
All right, Sierra Romeo, number 2, following us, Centurion, turn about a 1.5 mile left base, runway 32, clear line.
Number 2, looking for traffic, clear to land 32, number 280.
And to help
Downtown tower, Skylane.
help this guy out, I'm going to keep this turn going.
All right, 6 Romeo, Papa, downtown tower, and a right downwind for runway 32.
Right downwind for 32, 655.
We're going to keep this turn going, and we're going to bring it right on down. Rolling right out on the runway.
Short final runway 32.
Pulling that, easing that power back just a little bit, going props full forward.
Sierra Romeo, traffic, short final, no factor.
Roger, thanks, Sierra Romeo.
That's what we want to hear, no factor. I don't want to mess them up, trying to be courteous. If I had to, they would have to go around. Just a matter of flying airplanes and doing what we do. That power's all the way out. I was a little bit fast on short final, so my power's all the way out. A little earlier than normal, but I'm right on 80 knots now. That's perfect. That airspeed bleed off. Didn't even feel the wheels touch, did you? And we're going to make echo and get out of the way of the guy behind me. Well, fellow aviators, I hope y'all enjoyed that flight. You guys will have something to poke fun of me about next time you see me. So I appreciate you coming along. I look forward to seeing you guys on the next ones. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We're building a great community here, and I want you to be a part of it. Thanks for coming along. We'll see you on the next one.